Reflexes, involuntary actions. The term reflex comes from the Latin word reflexus. It means reflected or directed back. Before starting with the types of reflexes, first there are two types of actions which occur in our body. First are voluntary actions which are performed consciously, and another are involuntary actions which are performed unconsciously. Examples of both are, first starting with the examples of voluntary actions. Whenever we wish to watch a TV program, according to the timings of that TV program, we press the remote for a particular channel. Now next is whatever we want to eat. Like if we want to eat an apple, then only we are going to pick the apple and eat it. So this is also a voluntary action. Now to see the time, to know the time from the watch which we are wearing, we have to raise our arm. This raising of an arm, that is also our voluntary action. Like this, many more voluntary actions are there. Now involuntary actions which are performed unknowingly in our body, and these involuntary actions which are performed unknowingly in our body, which occur unknowingly in our body, they are called reflexes. Now few examples of involuntary actions from our body. The first, when some particles falls into our eye, there is immediate flushing of tears to wash out the particle. That is the protective action. Whenever anything falls in our eyes, tears flush out. Now these tears, they flushed out to wash the particles which enter our eyes. So this is a protective action to flush out the particles which enter the eye. Now next is withdrawal of hand, immediate withdrawal of an hand when it accidentally touches a hot iron. Now whenever we accidentally touch anything hot, like hot iron or hot utensil, immediately we withdraw our hand. That immediate withdrawal of an hand, that is also involuntary action. Shivering when it is too cold, that is shivering. It is to produce heat. So this is also protective action but involuntary in nature. Shivering when it is too cold outside, we shiver. This shivering produces heat which help in regulating our body temperature. In the same way, in summers when it is too hot, we sweat a lot. That is, sweating also helps in regulating our body temperature in summers. Now next is dilation of the eye pupil to look in the dark. When we enter a dark room, automatically the size of the eye pupil increases so that more light can enter our eye to see the things. After this, another important topic, that is difference between reflexes that are involuntary actions and voluntary actions. Now starting with the first, involuntary actions. They are initiated by some stimulus like touch, pain, pressure, heat and light. All these are stimulus, external changes. So reflexes, they are initiated by the external changes occurs around us. Voluntary actions, they are initiated by willing thought. It is according to our will. Now, reflexes are mainly self-protective due to environment, as changes are occurring in our environment. So for self-protective, these reflexes occur. For self-protection, these reflexes occur. Voluntary actions, they occur for fulfillment of desired goal. We want to do those things, that's why they occur. Now next, commands originate mostly in the spinal cord and autonomic nervous system, and a few in the brain as well. Command for reflexes, it occur mostly in the spinal cord or in autonomic nervous system, and for some of the reflexes in brain also. But here, for voluntary actions, the command is always originating in the brain. Now next, reflexes involve muscles and glands, effector organs. But voluntary actions, they involve only muscles. Now after this, few definitions, important definition. The first one is very familiar, that is stimulus. A stimulus is any agent or an environmental change which initiate a response in the body. Any external change or internal change according to which our body gives response, that is stimulus. Stimulus are of various type: physical, that is mechanical, touch, prick, pressure; chemical, radiant, that is light; thermal, heat or cold; or electrical. Now next is another important definition, which we are afterwards we are going to learn it in detail also, that is reflex action. It is automatic, quick or immediate involuntary action in the body brought about by the stimulus. Okay, the immediate action or decision taken by our spinal cord according to the stimulus, that is called as reflex action, and mostly they are protective in action. Now starting with the next topic, that is two examples of involuntary action which are left. First, pushing along the swallowed food through the food canal, muscular movement. This is also involuntary action. Whenever we eat something, as it goes to our esophagus, automatically peristaltic movement occurs in our esophagus, and that food is pushed down towards the stomach. So this is also one of the involuntary action occurring in our body. The next, non-stop beating of the heart, again involuntary. Continuous beating of the heart is also one of the involuntary action of our body. All these involuntary actions or reflexes are initiated by some kind of sensory stimulation, that is by stimulus, resulting either a muscular action or a glandular secretion. And whenever these involuntary actions occur, they occur due to stimulus, and they respond either by the muscular action, that is by stimulating muscles of our body, or by glandular secretion, that is by the secretion of the gland present in our body. Now these reflexes, types of the reflexes. Now these reflexes are of two types: natural, or we can say inborn reflexes, and another are conditioned or acquired reflexes. Now starting with natural reflex. Beta, natural or inborn reflex is one in which no previous experience or learning is required. These reflexes are inborn, means they are inherited from our parents. They are there by our birth. Example, blinking of eyes, coughing, sneezing. These are protective reflexes, but they are inborn, means they are inherited from our parents by birth. These reflexes are there. Now next is salivation, swallowing, peristalsis. These provide functional efficiency, that secretion of saliva, swallowing of the food, peristaltic movement, they help in performing function. Now next are conditioned reflexes or acquired reflexes. Conditioned reflex is one which developed during lifetime due to experience or learning. After birth, the reflex which we learn, those reflexes are known as acquired reflex or conditioned reflex. For example, what you experience simply at the sight or by the smell of a familiar tasty food resulting in watering, that is salivation of your mouth. Now salivation is natural reflex also, but if we salivate on seeing our favorite food, that is conditioned reflex, because we have tasted that food already, and as we know the taste of that food, so due to that this salivation occurs. So here the salivation is conditioned reflex. Now after that, the explanation of the same thing. Salivation can occur as a natural reflex also. Saliva start flowing down when you chew or eat food. Whenever you eat something now, secretion of saliva starts. But in this example, which is given on seeing the tasty food, the salivation, the sight or the smell of the food was enough for the response. Therefore, your brain actually remembered the taste of the food, and that is the example of conditioned reflex. Conditioned reflexes, as these reflexes occur due to our previous learning, we call them as acquired reflexes also. A conditioned reflex is an involuntary, spontaneous, automatic response brought about due to previously learning experience. Now, one experiment, that is Pavlov's experiment on a dog. Again, to explain that conditioned reflexes. A classic example of developing a conditioned reflex is that of Pavlov's experiment on a dog. This famous Russian biologist noted that under normal condition, no animal will secrete saliva in response to a ringing of a bell or to any another sound. But when a bell was repeatedly sounded simultaneously with the presentation of the food during an adequate period of training, the dog salivated at the sound of the bell even when there was no food at that time. In other words, a stimulus which previously had no relation with the organism's salivary response now elicit a response in that gland. Now, what he has done? So, now Pavlov performed this experiment with his pet dog. Whenever he gave food to his dog, the dog salivates. One day, he rang bell in front of his dog, but dog does not salivate. After that day, whenever he has to give food to his dog, first he used to ring bell and then he give food to the dog. After number of days, one day, he just rang the bell, and on listening to the sound of the bell, ringing of the bell, dog salivate. That is because dog has learned from the previous experience that whenever this sound will come, he will get the food. So this is a conditioned reflex due to previous experience, past experience. Dog has learned that this sound, whenever this sound will be there, he will get the food. So this is the example of the conditioned reflex. Now, conditioned reflexes in animal, there are many examples. Now, if a dog at a distance see you simply kneeling down, like if you kneel down in front of the dog, like as you are picking up a stone, the dog runs away. This is a very commonly observed conditioned reflex found in a dog. Wild animals in a circus, they are also trained to do many strange acts. That is also due to their previous learning, that is conditioned reflexes. Now, some common reflexes in human. First, knee jerk is the example of natural reflex. It is sudden kicking movement of the lower leg in response to the sharp tap below kneecap when one leg is rested over the other. Second, closing of the eyelid on the approach of pointed object towards it, or by when a strong beam of light is flashed over it. Now next, withdrawal of hand or any another part of the body when somebody pricks us. So when somebody pricks us, we withdraw that hand towards from that side. That withdrawal of a hand is also natural reflex. Peristaltic movement of the food in our alimentary canal, that is also natural or inborn reflex. Coughing when food enter our windpipe, that coughing is also an example of natural reflex. When any irritant enter our nose, we sneeze. This sneezing is also an example of natural reflex. Now next are conditioned or acquired reflexes. Most of the daily habits or acts are conditioned reflexes. Our daily habits or whatever we are doing in our routine, they are the example of conditioned reflexes because we have learned them from our previous experiences. Now the first is seeing the teacher entering the classroom, you stand up. because you have learned it earlier. That's why you are performing this act. So this is conditioned reflex. Now second, you tie your shoelaces while talking to your friends. That is also the example of conditioned reflex, because you have earlier learned it by observing your parents when you were small. At that time you observe your parents many times doing this, so you have learned it from your previous experiences. So that's why it is also an example of conditioned reflex. Playing on a musical instrument, again one example of conditioned reflex, because it is learned earlier. Using keys of the keyboard while working on computer, that is also example of conditioned reflex. Giving a hand signal when to your right automatically when you are turning your cycle or car towards the right, that giving a signal or indicator, again it is a conditioned reflex. Applying brakes in your vehicle, that is in car or bicycle, when somebody suddenly comes in front, that applying brake on seeing that when somebody comes in front of your vehicle, that is also an example of conditioned reflex. Now differences between natural reflex and conditioned reflex. But inborn, requiring no previous experience. Natural reflex do not require any previous experience, but conditioned reflex, they are learned from our previous experiences. Natural reflex directly related to the stimulus. They depend upon the stimulus, but conditioned reflex, they brought up by the condition totally different from the direct initial stimulus. They are due to the conditions. Now next is natural reflex is similar in all human, like sneezing, coughing, peristaltic movement, they are similar in all human. But conditioned reflex, it differ from individual to individual. Like some, they are good in playing musical instruments. They are good in using keyboards of the computer, but others are not. So these differ from person to person according to their experience. So this is all about it. Now in next we are going to start with nervous pathways in reflexes.